storytelling is a lost art.
A human being's life is just far greater and far more complex than any narrative about their life.
The youth need to be heard.
A lot of our youth are looking for affirmation.
What you're doing is really powerful.
And sometimes the streets give it to them for the negative things they do.
This isn't about pigeonholing or putting people into boxes.
I could feel it came from your insides.
Most kids grow up without a father.
Something you take for granted and think about as being so simple.
From the first story, I'm sitting back here on the edge of my seat.
This is about giving young people an opportunity to engage actively in that narrative creation about their life.
Something I heard in that story and in a few of them is kids not being able to be kids and go outside.
We all know a lot is said about young people in Chicago, especially in certain neighborhoods, without the involvement of young people. So this is pushing back on it.
I'm really impressed. Keep it going.
I call these my babies, and they're grown up to mature young men, so I'm very proud of them.
Here's something they're doing positive, and to see that there's some caring adults honoring their stories and their commitment, that's a huge honor.
When that story is about a difficult experience, take something that is chaotic throughout a young person's life and turns it into something cohesive that can be used to learn from, to grow from, and heal from, and to share with other people and connect. When we listen to the stories, when the subject matter gets heavy and intense, the undercurrent of that is hope. That's why we're doing this.
Youth in this city have a story to tell, and we need to start finding out what these stories are.
Don't be afraid. Do your talent. Use what God gave you.
People don't realize how lucky they are.
Growing up over east was hard, couldn't even get no sleep. I remember being about 7 when I first got caught in the crossfire. I was standing on my porch waiting for my pops to come down the stairs when the opposing gang started shooting at the guys on my block. I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there. My big brother ran out, picked me up, and brought me
Growing
in
up
the
with
house.
nothing, I always wanted to be something. My friend and his dad always stunned, and my dad ain't doing
All
nothing.
you hear is somebody getting shot or a school fight.
We have a room full of adults who are here committed to working with you all. What kind of things do you want and need from us in the future to continue to support you to succeed? Can you guys, anything you want to say on that?
Support is really what we need because some of the kids in Chicago don't really have that support because most of their parents is on the streets selling drugs or dead. They don't got that person in their life to keep them up and build their leadership to become a man.
What we like to see change violence stuff. So like more stuff like this and help change people's mind about doing bad things and distracting people from other violence.
How do you feel about the name Chiraq?
It demeans Chicago. Chicago is a beautiful city. There's a lot of good stuff here. And if you just call your city Chiraq, you taking away all the good stuff and make your city in a negative light. And it in turn puts you in a negative light. I don't think I like it, especially when I go to other states and people are calling it Chiraq. They don't even use Chicago anymore. That's the problem. People are claiming Chiraq. They don't want to deal with the violence, but you're claiming the violence.
Growing up in Chicago, it was rough. Trying to dodge bullets and stay in handcuffs. He was only 5 when his dad went to jail, and the police kicked down the door and found coke on his scale.
I need to get this money for my family. My little bro and my little sis can't grow up the way I did. 2 months later, I was making a lot of paper, got my mom out the hood, little bro and sis was living good, going to a good school. I was finna be out the game in a couple more days, man. I was doing good. Couple more weeks later, it was time for the deal, man. If we do this right, we gonna get a meal. I'm Marquise and I attend Chirac High School. It used to be called Chicago High School, but the gun violence changed it. Before, neighbors used to talk to each other and kids were able to play outside without worrying about catching a bullet. These days, it's all about stress and trauma.
Okay. We in here with Story Squad, and it's Thursday.
I like bacon, but I like sausage, and I like pancakes with my sausage.
We all grew up in the same neighborhood, so we all know what we're going through as a squad right here.
Regardless of the stereotypes that some people hear, you don't know me personally, but you can generalize me, you know what I'm saying? Instead of that, everybody has a story.